2024 has to be one of the biggest years that Destiny 2 has ever had, with lots of updates and new features coming to the game. Obviously, the biggest update coming is the final shape, but we have a lot more stuff coming to Destiny before the final shape drops. So in today's video, I'm going to be covering every single new thing coming to Destiny 2 in 2024. So the question is, what should you be expecting to see in Destiny 2 this year? Well, let's start off with one of the first things happening. As we all know, we are in the season of the Wish. This storyline that you're doing every single week will sort of wrap up and finish in and around February. Once this storyline finishes, we have a new weekly quest starting in February called Wishes. We are not too sure on what this storyline will be, but again, it will just be a weekly progressed new story called Wishes. This questline should kick in after we have finished all 10 weeks of the story. If you're watching this video upon release, we are currently in week 6, so this should start in about 4 to 5 weeks. So a new story, new missions, that should be pretty fun. Also coming this year in February is the Moments of Triumph for Year 6, which is also known as 2023. So if you didn't know, the Moments of Triumph is basically a brand new title that comes into the game. Every single year, you have one for that said year. The most recent one was the 2022 Moments of Triumph, which is no longer obtainable if you didn't do it. It will be in the legacy titles down the bottom here. As you can see, I've got mine here. The title is MMXXII. Every year there is a new one that comes out. This is basically just the 2023 one. All it is it's just a bunch of challenges that you have to go and do before a certain time period so that you can claim that new title. If you don't do it, you just miss out on the title. It's completely up to you. It's just a new thing coming in 2024. Moving over into March, we have a brand new Guardian Games coming. Now what's special about this Guardian Games is Bungie has stated that this Guardian Games is going to be different. They are planning that it is going to be more refreshed and focus on more of a class versus class competition. So all the previous years, it's sort of just been, do this Vanguard strike, collect coins, and then go dump them at the tower, and then whoever has the most coins wins the challenge. Last year, they did pretty well by bringing the class versus class PvP. That was a lot of fun. So this year, they've said that they're trying to get the more class versus class competition going. So again, we're going to have to wait until March to see what Bungie has actually got planned for us. Hopefully, it's not just more promises without fulfilling the wish. We don't know what's going on, but by the sounds of it, Bungie is trying to switch up this Guardian Games, so hopefully it's pretty good. Guardian Games is one of my preferred seasonal activities, so we'll see what happens. The next big thing that we have coming in 2024 in April is the new DLC called Into the Light. Now this DLC is free for all players, every single player that plays the game, whether they have any DLC or no DLCs. This update is free for everyone. Now basically what this DLC or update is it's a 2-month content update to prepare for the final shape. So in this 2-month span, I assume it'll be a weekly quest that we progress every single week, which basically just gets us closer to the Witness and figuring out exactly what the hell is going on. It'll be like a mini update to refresh everyone on what is going on. Maybe we'll get some insight on some older missions, all that fun stuff. It'll just basically be a refresher and get us prepared for the final shape. Now there has been plenty of leaked information about Into the Light, so if you want to learn more about that, just head over to YouTube and find out some of the information there. I won't make too many spoilers in this video because I don't want to spoil anything, but basically there's a few new exotics coming or old ones that are coming back and some reprised weapons and new missions, etc. So I'm actually pretty keen to see what Into the Light has in store for us. That should be very fun to play. Now, right after the Into the Light has concluded, in May, we have a new PvP map pack that is coming to Destiny 2. This map pack will include 3 brand new PvP maps for all the Crucible lovers out there. So for these 3 maps, we will have one on Europa, one on Neomuna, and one on the Terraformed Pyramid, which we don't know where that is, but it kind of makes me think it's something like the Root of Nightmares. So these 3 new maps should spice up the Crucible and maybe get some more players into the Crucible, but we'll have to see what happens there. Either way, this is great news. 3 brand new Crucible maps is always a good thing. Now, if you haven't been playing Destiny for the past few months because you're simply just waiting for the final shape, that will be releasing on June 4th. So the final shape will be released on June 4th. So lock that into your calendars, call in sick for work, book a week off, all that fun stuff. So the final shape will be the conclusion to the Light and Darkness saga, which started way back in 2014. So from the final shape showcase that we saw last year, the final shape will be taking place in a destination called the Pale Heart with a bunch of new enemies called Subjugators, which have stasis and strand powers. On top of these new enemies, all 3 classes will be getting brand new supers, Void Titans will be getting the Twilight Arsenal, the Arc Hunters will be getting Storm's Edge, and the Solar Warlocks will be getting the Song of Flame. Now this is obviously the massive yearly update that Bungie does every single year, so this one will be massive. You will have at least a few months of lots of content to do where you shouldn't get bored as long as Bungie does it right. Now as we know, Bungie has copped a lot of backlash over the time, and they've actually gone and delayed the final shape, so fingers crossed that the final shape hits and it is very good, and it is the most important thing that I'm looking forward to this year. So as we all know, with these brand new updates, we usually get new supers, new weapons, new armor, new raids, new missions, everything, new exotics, so this should be a very good DLC. Considering this is wrapping up the Light and Darkness saga, this should be an amazing DLC. Fingers crossed, obviously. So anyway, going into the end of 2024, once the final shape has sort of finished, Bungie will be beginning and releasing the brand new seasonal missions, which will be called episodes. So Bungie did say in the 2023 showcase that they will be changing how these seasonal stories work. So instead of the typical 4 seasons each year, they are going to be now releasing 3 episodes which will be larger that will fulfill the whole year. So from what we have heard, we know the first 3 names of the episodes. The first one is Echoes, the second one is Revenant, and the third one is Heresy. So the first episode is called Echoes, which we should see towards the end of 2024 after the final shape. Basically, the way this episode is going to work is there will be 3 acts in the episode, and each act will go for 6 weeks, meaning it will be 18 weeks per episode. Basically, what they've said is these episodes will reflect and be of what happens after the final shape. So like I said just before, the first episode is called Echoes, which seems to be Vex focused. So not only is this one going to be all about the Vex and possibly Osiris, but the color for this one is actually red. So maybe that red subclass that everyone's been talking about, maybe we will get that in the first episode. Who knows? So if we don't get it in the final shape, maybe we're going to have to wait for the episodes to come out to get that new red subclass. Then maybe at the very end of 2024 in November, December, we might see the launch of the second episode called Revenant. However, this one is to be confirmed. We're not sure. This is just sort of going off estimates of how long the seasons are and all that, etc. But that is basically everything that we will be seeing in Destiny 2 in 2024. So this is definitely an action-packed year. There will be quite a number of things to do in Destiny in 2024. So if you're a lurker that plays Destiny here and there, I would recommend that you come back and try and play in 2024, and I'll obviously see you in the final shape. However, if you're just simply waiting for the final shape to come out, that is okay too. I would definitely recommend coming back into Destiny 2 around April to trying out the new Into the Light DLC that is coming. This will obviously give you a refresher and tell you everything we need to know about the Witness and the final shape. So if you're planning to play the final shape, it is definitely almost a must that you come back in April and try the brand new Into the Light free update. But anyway, Guardians, thank you so much for watching this video. If you did make it this far in the video, feel free to drop a like, subscribe, and comment down below. But tell me what you're most looking forward to in Destiny 2 in 2024. But again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Later.